Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss Advanced Level A-Level Accounting Paper 2025 question number 43. Look here, this is the theory part related to SLFRS 16 leases. What is the requirement? State whether each of the following statement is true or false as per the SLFRS 16 leases. Okay, look here. First one. At the commencement date means starting date. Okay, commencement date of the lease, lessee means purchased person. Okay, lessee means purchased person. This is our company. Okay, lessee should be measure the right of use asset at cost. Right of use asset at cost. Yes, at the commencement date, you must recognize your asset at cost. Okay, property, plant and equipment, firstly you identify at cost. Therefore, this is related to SLFRS 16 leasing. Right of use asset should be at the commencement, you must identify at cost. This is true. This statement is okay, true. B. At the commencement date of the lease. Okay, commencement date of the lease, lessee means our company. Okay, purchase person should be measure the lease liability at cost. No, at the commencement date asset should be measured at cost, but liability should be present value. Okay, present value. How can we identify the present value? Present value of future installment. Okay, you look here, what is the present value means? Present value of future installments. How can we calculate the liability, the commencement liability of the lease? Look here, what are the installments. Look here, installments is there. Installments for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. This is 1000 installment equal. Okay, 1000 installment. After that, you multiply these discount factors at the commencement date 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5. After that, you get present values. This is 900, 800, 700. This is multiplication. Okay, 600, 500. Total, what is this? This is the total present values. 3500 is the total present value. This is the present value of liability identification. Therefore, we cannot agree with this. Why? They said commencement date lease liability at cost. Wrong. This is the present value should be identified. This is a false. Okay, what is the third one? After the commencement date. Okay, date of the lease, lessee means purchase person, as our company could measure the right of use asset by applying either, there are two options, either cost model or revaluation model. Can you agree with this? Yes. After the commencement date, what is the value at cost. Okay, after the commencement date, there are two options. What is there? Lessee should measure the right of use asset by applying either this model or this model, cost model or evaluation model. Okay, this is agree. This is the standard guideline. Therefore we can agree with this. This is true. After the commencement date, you can identify cost model or revaluation model. Okay, look here, the fourth one. when the ownership of the lease asset transfer to the lessee means purchase person at the end of the lease term means lease time. Okay, lease time, right of use asset should be depreciated based on useful life of the asset. You know, the asset right of use asset annual depreciation, how can we calculate annual depreciation? We can calculate cost minus residual value dividing lease term or useful lifetime. There is a two option. We must use the actual usage period. Actual usage period of lessee means purchase person. Look here, there is at that time actual usage period of the lessee. At that time there are two options, lease term or lease time or useful lifetime. I get example, lease time is 5 years. Okay, useful lifetime is 8 years. Okay, how can we identify this actual usage period of the lessee? At that time we must find the actual usage of lessee. Okay, what is the actual usage of our company? Look here, this is the option when the ownership of the leased asset is transferred to the lessee at the end of the lease term. Look here, lease term is there. This is the 5 years, this is the 8 years, this is a 5 year, this is the lease term end. You know, we actually 5 years we used. Okay, after that there is a two option. We can give this asset to lessor means the selling person. At that time after the lease term there is a two option. We can get asset. Oh, we means our company, we can get asset, or we give this asset to seller. At that time we must focus these options. This is 8 years lifetime. We already used 5 years. This is the lease term. After the lease term there are two options. We can get to this asset to useful lifetime, but we can another option, we give this asset to seller. Okay, we don't want, therefore we give this asset after the lease period to seller. In that point you know, this is the example. No, we can get asset, therefore this is one option. No, this is criteria. After the lease term we can get asset. Get asset means we got asset. No, we got. Okay, we got our asset. We got means we use 5 years or 8 years. After the lease term we purchase this asset, we get this asset to using, therefore we use actually use 8 years. Okay, give this asset to seller. After 5 years we give this asset to seller. Therefore actually we use 5 years. Why? We give this asset after 5 years. Okay, after 5 years we got it. Actually we 8 years use. Why? 5 years we got it. No, after 5 years we got it. After that, after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years we use. Okay, actually we use 8 years. After that, you know, there is two options. Actual usage time is this one. What is the question said? Look here. Question said that said that when the ownership of the lease asset is transferred to the lessee. Transfer to the lessee means transfer to us. Okay, lessee means our company. Transfer to us end of the lease term. Transfer to the asset to lessee to us. What is the option? This one, this option, no, this option. Transfer to the asset to lessee. Lessee means our company. We got it. Transfer to us, not transfer to seller. Okay, transfer to lessee means transfer to us. Therefore we actually use 8 years. Okay, 8 years. Can you identify? Transfer to the lessee means our company. Our company means purchase person. Therefore transfer means we got this asset to 8 years after 5 years. Okay, at the end of the lease term, the right of use asset should be depreciated based on useful lifetime of the asset. Yes, correct. Actual usage is 8 years. 8 years means useful lifetime is actual usage period is 8. We depreciate this asset in 8 years. Why? We actually use 8 years. Why? After the lease term lessee, we got this asset. Okay, therefore we actually use 8 years. Therefore we divide this asset in 8 years. Therefore this statement is correct. This is transfer to lessor after lease term. We cannot use this asset 8 years. We can only 5 years. Okay, this transfer to us is we can use this asset in useful lifetime. We cannot transfer. This asset was given to the seller after lease term. Therefore we cannot use it. Therefore we actual usage period is 5 years. But after the lease term we got it. By at this time we can use this asset in 8 years. Therefore this statement is correct. This is true. Okay, this is the answer to question number 43. After that there is LK 16 related question number 44. In next video we meet question number 44.